Good evening, this is DC and English News Edition, and you're watching with me, Ninghui Kim Kongsai. First, the headlines. Supreme Court orders Manipur to provide details of all properties burned, looted during violence. India-Myanmar border fencing in Manipur's Marae underway. News in detail. The Supreme Court on Monday, December 9, 2024 directed the Manipur government to provide details of buildings and properties which were burned, partially burned, looted, and trespassed during the ethnic violence which began in May 2023. A bench of Chief Justice of India Sanjeev Khanna and Sanjay Kumar has also sought information on the criminal actions taken against persons found unauthorizedly occupying these properties and steps taken by the state to make them pay occupation charges or means profits, money paid to rightful owner of the property by someone who is in lawful possession of it. The court listed the case for hearing in the week commencing January 20, 2025. We want all the details of these properties which have been burned, looted, and encroached on. You can give us these in a sealed envelope. Chief Justice Khanna addressed Solicitor General Tushar Mehta, appearing for the state of Manipur. Mehta submitted that the state's first priority was to contain the violence and then to retrieve the arms and ammunition. We will file the details, Mehta said. Senior advocate Vibha Makiza, appearing for the Justice Gita Matal panel appointed by the Apex Court to monitor rehabilitations in the state, highlighted that blockages were affecting the recovery. Mehta said there were circumstances in the state which should be dealt with without aggression. A lawyer referred to an applications filed by people displaced by the violence in the northeastern state. The Solicitor General said such grievances should be placed before the Justice Mittal Committee. A lawyer submitted that violence in the state had not ended and the situation was still getting worse and worse. The trust of the people on the state and the Union of India are at stake, the lawyer said. We are aware of that, the Chief Justice said. One of the counsel appearing in the cases says that the court must ask the state details of the total quantum of weapons recovered. Mehta said the state was ready to give the information, but urged the court to not record the fact in the order. Earlier, in a petition filed by Manipur Tribal Forum had claimed that there were approximately 18,000 internally displaced persons from Manipur which have fled the violence which began on May 3, 2023, living in other states. The Border Roads Organizations of India has commenced work on the construction of a border fence along the India-Myanmar border in the general area of Marae, in Manipur's Tingnopal district. The project, which is being carried out under Project Siwak, aims to enhance security and increase vigilance in the region. It should be mentioned that the establishment of the border fencing along the international border comes amid opposition from civil society organizations, CSOs, representing the Kukizo community in Tingnopal district. Earlier, the Naga People's Front NPF Manipur unit also expressed strong opposition to the proposed constructions of a border fence between India and Myanmar in the Naga inhabited areas. The organizations emphasized that the boundaries to be corrected in line with traditional demarcations before any fencing work is carried out. Tokchom Suzata, the convener of Imagi Meira, a prominent women's association in Manipur, was reportedly placed under house arrest by Delhi police ahead of a planned protest commemorating Nupilan Day at Jantar Mantar on Thursday. The protest, organized under the banner of Delhi Meitei Coordinating Committee, aimed to highlight the ongoing violence in Manipur, including the abductions and killing of 6 women and children in Siripam. As of Friday evening, Suzata remained under house arrest. Toktom Suzata, the convener of Imagi Mera, a prominent women's association in Manipur, was reportedly placed under house arrest by Delhi police ahead of a planned protest commemorating Nupilan Day at Jantar Mantar on Thursday. The protest, organized under the banner of Delhi Meitei Coordinating Committee, aimed to highlight ongoing violence in Manipur, including the abductions and killing of 6 women and children in Ziribam. As of Friday evening, Suzata remained under house arrest. Comrade Union (KRU) has expressed disappointment over the inclusions of Kom tribe in the recently unveiled monolith, depicting the 11 Naga tribes of Chandel district at Liwa Sarai village on December 6, claiming that no discussion was held with Kom people regarding their identifications with the Naga community. In a release, KRU President Lalkumang Sarto reaffirmed the stance of Kom people for peaceful coexistence and neutrality, as Kom people always regard all communities of Manipur as from the same family and origin, who will always have shared future. Kom people always prioritize diplomacy, peace, and stability over fightings, hostilities, and conflicts, the president maintained, while stating that the inclusions of Kom as Naga in the monolith is nothing but assault tactics to undermine the Kom people's stance for peaceful coexistence and firm stand to protect its distinct identity. The union appealed to UNC and MPO of Chandel to respect the rights of Kom people to remain as neutral and to delist Kom from the list of Naga tribes in order to continue their good relationship as brothers and sisters and to avoid misunderstanding between Kom peoples and Nagas. For the same matter, the union submitted a protest letter to President of UNC on October 12, 2023 and November 8, 2023, enclosing the resolutions and protests of village volunteers, village authorities, or chiefs of Kom villages, he reminded. Lalkumang Sarto warned all the organizations which were formed in the name of Kom not to do anything and make statement which is against Kom people's stance for peaceful coexistence, lest they will be responsible for anything happen to the Kom community. The president further appealed to both state and central government to intervene and do the needful so as to enable Kom community to protect their rights of self-determinations, preserve and protect their distinct identity and stands for peaceful coexistence. In a significant haul of drugs in Senapati District 150, shop cases of brown sugar weighing 5.87 kgs, including the weight of the soup cases, were recovered from the house of one Ansari, 40 years, daughter of El Nasijo, at Chipaudai village near Kabung Karong under Senapati. And it was led by combined teams of additional SP, Senapati Tangkuchon Hauki, MPS Additional SP, Senapati Ace Timothy Maram, MPS, Night QR team of Senapati PS, and 2 women PCs of Senapati WPS. 4 persons, namely Kovi 27, son of Dako of Chingmai Kulin, PS Tungjoy, Senapati District. Raiviku 23, son of Ngao Kaini of Chingmai Kulin, PS Tungjoy, Senapati District. Lovi 24, son of Dari of Chingmai Kulin, PS Tungjoy, Senapati District. Veipao Hu 23, son of Ku of Chingmai Kulin, PS Tungjoy, Senapati District, were arrested along with the illegal drugs. A case has been registered as Senapati PS for investigations. Three Indian students have been murdered in Canada last week, and the Indian High Commission in Ottawa has taken up the matter of safety of Indians with the Canadian authorities, the Ministry of External Affairs MES said on Friday. The safety, security and welfare of Indian nationals in Canada remains of utmost importance to us, MES spokesperson Randir Jaiswal said. In the last week or so, we have had an unfortunate tragedies. 3 Indian students have been murdered. We are saddened at these terrible tragedies that have struck our nationals in Canada, Jaiswal said. We extend our deepest condolences to the grieving families. Our High Commissions and consulates in Toronto and Vancouver are extending all possible help in the matter, he said. Jaiswal said the Indian missions in their country are in touch with the local authorities for thorough investigations of the incidents. A student of class 11 studying in Navayuk Inter College at Mihimpurwa in Uttar Pradesh, Bahraich district allegedly stabbed his English teacher on Thursday, December 12, for confiscating his mobile phone in the classroom, police said. The teacher, Rajendra Prasad, sustained serious injuries and is undergoing treatment at the district medical college, they added. Assistant Superintendent of Police, ASP City, Ramanan Prasad Kushwaha told media, 3 days ago, the teacher confiscated mobile phones of several students since using cell phones is prohibited on the campus. Angered by the move, one of the boys attacked the teacher with a knife when he was taking attendance on Thursday. Based on a complaint lodged by teachers' family members, a case has been registered against the accused student and the knife used in the crime has been recovered, the officer said. Speaking to media from hospital bed, Prasad said, a few days ago, the mobile phones of a few students were confiscated, which were returned later. However, some students got upset by the move. 3 students were involved in the attack on me. One raised a knife, another attacked me, while a 3rd student assisted them. I was caught off guard when I was attacked. As I tried to push him away, he struck on my head. If evidence shows the involvement of other students, actions will be taken against them as well, Kushwaha said. A severe head of a female was recovered from a garbage dump in Kolkata on Friday, December 30th. According to police, the severed head was of Khadija Babi, who was allegedly murdered. The police have also arrested her boyfriend Atikur from Diamond Harbour in connections with the case. On December 13, the locals in Kolkata's Golf Green area spotted the severe head in a plastic bag, following which they informed the cops. Upon receiving an alert, a police team reached the spot and launched its investigations. The severe head has been sent to M.R. Bangur Hospital for further examinations, a Kolkata police official said. According to sources, the police traced the accused after scanning CCTV of the area and his mobile locations. Atikur's movements were traced to the area where the severe head was found, leading to his arrest, sources say. The police are currently interrogating Atikur and speaking with the family of the deceased women. Khadija was a resident of Muragaha town in Nadia and was married to a person from Magraha's Radhanagar village, where Atikur was also lived there. After his arrest, police started interrogating Atikur to ascertain the exact cause behind the incident. Speaking about the police investigations, Bidisa Kalita, Deputy Commissioner of Police, South Suburban Division, said, "We were informed about the incident and immediately launched an investigation. A severe head was found in the garbage pile. In its investigations, the police scanned the CCTV of the area to ascertain the identity of the severe head. A sniffer dog was also pressed into service by the sleuth who tracked the source of the body prior to a residential flat about a kilometer away from the spot. The police investigating is still underway to recover the rest of the body of Khadija. Meanwhile, the BJP slammed the West Bengal government, with Union Minister and State BJP Chief Sukanta Mazumdar saying that the city of joy has been transformed into a city of crime under Mamata Banerjee's misrule. Under the misrule of failed Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee, the city of joy Kolkata has now transformed into a city of crime. Every day, the morning of Kolkata residents began with news of heinous crimes. The widespread incidents of unspeakable atrocities, rape, and murder of women across the state clearly demonstrate that the criminalizations under Mamata's government has reached its peak. Is there no semblance of safety left for women in the state? Is this what Mamata Banerjee calls an example of the safest city? Sukanta Mazumdar said. A covert mission to seize the heavily fortified Mongdo military base has been uncovered in Myanmar's western region. A dedicated team of elite Arakan army soldiers spent 55 grueling days meticulously digging a tunnel that would enable them to infiltrate the junta regime's military stronghold from below, setting the stage for a surprise attack. Despite facing numerous challenges and casualties, this remarkably skilled commando unit successfully breached the number 55 Western Regional Command military base along the Myanmar-Bangladesh border, demonstrating extraordinary bravery and strategic planning. In a remarkable display of determination and skill, the heavily fortified number 55 Western Regional Command military base situated along the Myanmar-Bangladesh border was finally seized. This astounding feat was achieved by a specialized team of Arakan army commandos who, after an arduous 55 days of digging, successfully tunneled into the heart of the junta's regime stronghold. Despite suffering numerous casualties, the team's unwavering commitment led to a surprise assault that overcame the fortified defenses of the regime. This groundbreaking mission marks the first time in Myanmar's history that an ethnic armed group has successfully infiltrated a junta regime military base using an underground tunnel as a tactical strategy. The Arakan army executed these operations with precision, ultimately capturing the heavily fortified number 55 Western Regional Command military base, which was garrisoned by hundreds of soldiers. This remarkable achievement not only highlights the Arakan Army's innovative approach, but also destabilizes established military power dynamics, signaling a pivotal shift in the ongoing conflict in Myanmar. The people of Myanmar have praised Arakan Army over the captures of Mungdo's number 55 Western Regional Command base. South Korean lawmakers are set to vote on an opposition-led impeachment motion against President Yoon Suk-yeol on Saturday, 2 days after Yoon defended his controversial martial law decree and vowed to resist mounting calls for his ouster. It will be the second time for the National Assembly to hold a vote on Yoon's impeachment motions over his short-lived December 3rd martial law introduction. Last Saturday, Yoon survived an impeachment vote after most ruling party lawmakers boycotted a floor vote. It's not clear if those People Power Party lawmakers would do the same again. Public protests against Yoon have since intensified and his approval rating has plummeted. The country's 6 opposition parties control the 300-member unicameral parliament with a combined 192 seats, but they are 8 seats shy of the 2/3 majority needed to pass Yoon's impeachment motion. Tens of thousands of people poured onto the streets of capital Seoul in the past 2 weeks, calling for Yoon to be removed from office and arrested. Smaller groups of Yoon's conservative supporters still in the thousands gathered in Seoul's Gwanghwamun Boulevard, claiming the opposition's impeachment push was unconstitutional and false propaganda. Yoon's martial law imposition, the first of kind in more than 4 decades in South Korea, lasted only 6 hours, but has caused political tumult, halted diplomatic activities, and rattled financial markets. Yoon was forced to lift his decree after Parliament unanimously voted to overturn it. After declaring martial law, Yoon sent hundreds of troops and police officers to the parliament to try to impede its vote on the decree before they withdrew after the parliament rejected it. No major violence occurred. Opposition parties and many experts accused Yoon of rebellion, citing a law clause that categorized as rebellion the staging of a riot against established state authorities to undermine the constitution. They also say that by law, A president in South Korea is allowed to declare marital law only during wartime or similar emergencies, and has no right to suspend parliament's operations even under martial law. An Israeli strike on a post office sheltering Gaza residents killed at least 30 Palestinians and wounded 50, medics says on Friday. Families displaced by the 14-month-old conflict has shown refuge in the postal facility in the Nusayrat camp, and the strike late on Thursday brought the death toll in the enclave to 66, the medics said. Israel said its target was an Islamic Jihad leader of attacks on Israeli civilians and troops. An Israeli military statement said it was reviewing reports on the number of casualties. It did not identify the Islamic Jihad members by name. Nusayrat is one of the Gaza Strip's 8 historic camps originally for Palestinian refugees from the 1948 war around the establishment of Israel. Today, it is part of a dense urban area crowded with displaced people from throughout the enclave. Earlier on Thursday, two Israeli strikes in southern Gaza killed 13 Palestinians, who Gaza medics and Hamas said were part of a force protecting humanitarian aid trucks. Israel's military said they were Hamas fighters. Many of those killed in the attacks on Rafah and Khan Yunis had links to Hamas, according to sources close to the group. The Israeli military said in a statement the two airstrikes aimed to ensure the safe delivery of humanitarian aid and accused Hamas members of planning to prevent the aid from reaching Gaza civilians. Armed gangs have repeatedly hijacked aid trucks, and Hamas has formed a task force to confront them. The Hamas-led forces have killed over 2 dozen members of the gangs in recent months, Hamas sources and medics said. Hamas said Israeli military strikes have killed at least 700 policemen tasked with securing aid trucks in Gaza since the conflict began on October 7, 2023. Separately, the Israeli military on Thursday ordered residents of several districts in the heart of Gaza City to evacuate, saying it would respond to rocket fire from those areas. At nightfall on Thursday, dozens of families streamed out of the cities, heading toward the center of the city. That's all from us tonight, and we thank you for joining our program.